What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. I'm going the more general route of personal finance today, as you can see from this video. Usually we talk about grocery store, business, personal finance, but this is a general video for all people who are trying to grow their wealth and save money. If you're here and you're in a good mood, please press the like button. It really helps this channel grow and support this small business. Thank you. Let's get into this video. So there's probably 50 to 60 different ways I can show you on how to save money when you go to the grocery store. I mean, I'm on the other side of it. I'm trying to kind of infiltrate your mind to spend more when you're in our store. So I can tell you that I learned the tricks that work on people and how to keep them in our store a little longer, help them pick out more things than they intended to. So that'll be another video, which I hate, making videos that, Sorry, a customer just came in, but I wanted to just tell you guys that there's a general 5 to 6 step kind of money saving rule that I've been following for the last maybe a year, and I really noticed it when we started really tracking down on our spending at this store. I kind of realized it's time to take our personal finances a little more seriously. So these are the 5 or 6 steps. You'll find out at the end which one we ended with, that I use that help me save a lot of money every single month, and it adds up so quick that you'll be surprised. First step would be, and we really started doing this when we had a lot of food available from our store, is you want to start planning every single meal. I'm talking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This has made the world of our difference in our monthly savings, because when we wanted food, we would go get it somewhere, or we would plan out to how to get what we wanted by ordering in or picking up something on the way home. When you know that tonight you're going to be having tacos, you've already planned that you're getting tacos, so you already have the ingredients that you bought at a better price to make that meal, instead of just going to buy tacos at your local Mexican joint, which support your local business, but be reasonable with your budget. So when you already have that in mind, that makes all the difference. You're set up, you're ready, you don't have to go out and spend more money that you weren't going to, because there's already a plan in place. And I know how easy it is just to pick up food when you want it or when you're hungry, but that's what adds up so quick on your monthly budget. You're spending $500, $600, $700 on takeout, and you also have groceries at home that no one's eating and going to waste. So it's costing you money to keep going out and using convenience as a kind of crutch on why you can't plan your meals. I'm talking every single one. Don't just once in a while do this and that. Make sure you are consistent with 3 to 4 meals a day. And I'm not saying, and I know because people usually get bent out of shape on this, I'm not saying you can never eat out. I'm not saying you can never kind of enjoy yourself or go to restaurants. I'm just saying, in the general scheme of things, you want to know exactly what you're having. Pasta and meatballs one night, tacos one night, cereal in the morning. You don't want to always be scrambling to find food and paying top dollar for it just based on convenience. That's it, and I can tell you I probably save $400 to $500 a month just by planning my meals. So the second big thing that I noticed is bad habits can cost you money. I'm talking anything like caffeine, smoking, some people like to indulge in marijuana. Anything that you can't control that you always need to kind of satiate yourself that costs you money will always add up at the end of the month. And I don't like that, because if you really can't control, like, I need a coffee every day from Starbucks, that adds up and you don't have that control. And I'm not saying, again, to never drink coffee, or you probably shouldn't smoke cigarettes, or never buy a little thing here and there. I'm saying you don't want to lose control of your habits that it costs you money every single day, such as buying a $5 to $6 coffee every day, or buying a pack of cigarettes twice a week. That adds up when you can easily make your own coffee at home. You can't really make your own cigarettes, but you probably shouldn't be smoking anyways. I'm just generally saying your bad habits will add up at the end of the month, and if you take a tally of $5 every single day on a coffee, well, that's $250 oh no, sorry, that's $150 a month that you spent just on coffee, when you can easily make your own coffee for maybe 20 cents a cup, and it's probably just as good if you find like a local roaster that we kind of sell here, to save you money every month on that one specific item. Because, you know, if you're buying a coffee every single day, and then you're buying your lunch every single day, and then you're also buying, you know, a little bit of cig of weed every single day, well then that adds up to be a pretty high daily expense that you never really planned for, and it's just extras, extra leisure items that you don't really need to keep buying. So I'm not saying, you know, you can't have these things, you probably shouldn't have some of them, but they have to be a treat. They can't be a daily thing, because you're really cutting into your monthly expenses, your monthly income, sorry, when you don't really need to be doing that. You guys like this walking on the set I do for these videos? I kind of like keeping it fresh, showing you the store, and like I bounce in between customers and do the videos. But just let me know in the comments below. I always ask this question, but I just want to get the general vibe. You like these walking on set? Like, check out the products I have. Now it's time to chat, or would you rather just get to it? So another big problem that I used to have was spending on credit cards, and it became a temptation, you know, because you could spend and pay it off later and carry a balance, and you really wouldn't worry about the interest. What I learned is by using cash and carrying cash, it became more of a kind of a physical thing. Like I would trade my hard-earned cash for products that I may or may not have needed at the time. So with credit cards, I know it's controversial. A lot of people do good with them with points, and you know, they get travel credits or cash back. Remind yourself that these companies aren't giving this stuff away because they're losing out, or it's, you know, it's an amazing deal for you. They're making money because people are spending more with the intention, oh, I get cash back or I get credits. So just be aware that there's no loopholes, and the credit card companies always win. And the thing that really kills you month over month over month as you carry a balance is the interest or the advanced cash or whatever it may be. But that could range, you know, between $20, $40, $60, $70 depending on your balance and your interest rate. So it's just wasted money that you don't need to pay if you don't use your credit cards. I'm saying, you know, you can use them once in a while for bigger purchases, but you need to make sure you can pay off that balance every single month without being hit with the penalties of the interest that just doesn't go away until the balance is gone, right? And a lot of people are just paying the minimum payments on their cards, but you still get charged interest no matter what. So use cash. Honestly, in the long term, it will really start to show how much you're spending if you can budget correctly with, you know, the envelope cash program that some people do. It's a whole other video, but just stay away from credit cards. They don't do you any good. For the majority of people, we end up overspending and trying to pay it off later, and we never really do. So another big expense that I sadly haven't taken my own advice on is try to avoid buying a car. They're so expensive. They depreciate, they need maintenance, they need gas, they need insurance. You end up almost, for buying a new car every month, almost takes you to $800-900 a month just to drive a car with everything included. You know, car, insurance, gas, maintenance. It's a terrible expense, and if you could possibly avoid that, I promise you it'll be the biggest blessing that you can have financially. It doesn't make your life convenient, but it is very financially freeing when you don't have that monthly car payment, gas payment, insurance payment, or everything else that comes with maintaining a car. I know it's hard because it's so convenient and you always, you know, need to go places. But while you're really budgeting, if you're really, you know, trying to save money for something in the future, I advise to avoid buying a car if you can. And to give you my real world experience with my car right now, between trying to diagnose it and, you know, order the parts for it to give it a temporary fix, we're at $650 to $700. That's not every single month, but this comes up maybe once a year, once every 2 years, and it may be a more serious problem that'll cost more money. So yeah, cars will always cost you money. I suggest if you can avoid it, that may be the saving grace for your budget. Heavy balanced on a loaf of bread right now, so just hopefully this works out. Yeah, it looks good. Hang on. Oh. So my last tip, and I really think this is kind of a overarching tip with any of your purchases, but the big purchases you make in your life, you really want to think them through. I know it's general, you know, this is common sense, but it's something I like to call the 30-day rule. If you are willing to buy something and it's a big purchase, I would suggest, you know, waiting out that 30 days, seeing if you can afford it, seeing if you found the best deal, and seeing if you still want it at the end of the 30 days has been very, very helpful for me, so I don't just go, you know, if I wanted, you know, something new for my car or something for the house or Felicia's Gucci flip-flops. You know, we want to see in 30 days if we still want it, if we even still remember it, then we make that purchase, right? If we can still afford it, if everything lined up right with the other parts of our budget that allow for this purchase. This really prevents impulse buys. Like, you know, just because my car is kind of on the fritz right now, I don't go just randomly go out and buy a new car on an impulse. So those 30 days, you have that kind of window to decide, to plan, and to find the best deal for the product that you're willing to spend, you know, thousands of dollars on. At the end of the day, it really helps you. Maybe you didn't need to make that purchase at all, or maybe you can invest that money doing something else because you eventually saved that money that you were going to spend anyways. That's really helped me. I know it's kind of a general budget idea, but the 30-day rule, if you wouldn't buy it in 30 days, you don't need it today. So welcome back to the back room. If you haven't seen it yet, this is where all the food and this, you know, where the magic happens, let's say. It's a lot of hours spent back here. Sometimes I do nothing back here, sometimes I'm working. If you ask Felicia, she'll probably say I'm just on the computer. But 98% of the time I'm working, so just know that. Anyways guys, I hope these money saving tips helped you. I know they really helped me over the last about 2 years when we really took our personal finances seriously. The money we saved, I can estimate around 12 to 15,000, which is very good because we are looking to put a down payment on a house. That's probably not going to be all of it, but that's a good amount towards it. So it really helps, you know, to save in your day-to-day because it all adds up at the end of the month, and at the end of the year you can really start to see how much you saved by making small changes in your life like this. So thanks guys, have a great day. I hope you watched to the end of the video, and if you did, subscribe down below.